Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm here in our recovery lounge right now because this past weekend I spent roughly about 19 hours driving down to Southern California and back over the course of 3 days with my family. Now traditionally, long bouts of sitting like this has been pretty stressful on my body, specifically in my low back and in my knee. So in knowing so, I want to do some work now as we get back here in the gym to try to set myself up for success, not only for my training session later on today, but for coaching sessions later on, for playing with my boys later on when I get home, or whatever the case may be. I just want to be ready to attack the week and not feel any aches and pains that I normally wouldn't feel. So here's a series that I'm going to be going through today to try to get my body loose and back at it after a long bout of sitting. So the first thing we're going to do in this series is just a general hip roll. I'm going to roll out the lateral aspect of my hips and the anterior aspect of my hips. For me, these are definitely the areas where I'm going to feel a lot of excess tension as a result of this sitting. So I'm going to start here with roughly about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. The next exercise we're going to do in this series is the world's greatest stretch. This is something we do a lot at Victor Performance just because it checks a lot of boxes. It gets our hips set up in separate positions. One's in flexion, one's in extension. We get some upper body rotation and just some free-flowing movement as we complete this stretch. So world's greatest stretch, 5 on each side. The second exercise we're going to do in this series is out of our 90-90 hip set. Okay, and we're going to do some 90-90 hip set push-ups into an iso hold at the end. For me, I'm going to do 15 push-ups followed by a 30-second hold on each side. And the third and final exercise we're going to do in this series is just called a Bretzel. So the Bretzel, similar to world's greatest stretch, gets our hips set in different positions. One's in extension, one's in flexion. And we've got some great upper body rotation as well. And we're just going to get in this position and hold for 30 seconds, a minute. If you feel like being there longer, feel free to hold it a little bit longer.